Okay. So in this model, we are started with the topic is called predicate. Okay, predicate is nothing but what is the subject can have as the property, that maybe what is the subject is doing that work, or maybe the property, that property is called predicate. Also, we are discussed about quantifiers. So there are discussed two quantifiers. So one is universal quantifier, one more is existential quantifier. In universal quantifier, the technical terms will be like for every, for each, for everyone, for something like so all, everyone, so something. If suppose if it generalize all the things means that comes under universal quantifier. If suppose if you are restricting to some particular element or some particular set, okay, if you are restricted to some minimum set, so that quantifier is called existential quantifier. So the notations for the both the things is this is universal quantifier notation for all x. There exists x comes for the existential quantifier that you have already familiar with it. Also, we had discussed to write the predicate formula for the given statements. Okay, in means of that we can just try to solve the problems which are given in your Tremblay and Manohar book. So, for example, 2 or 3 questions we are going to solve now. So, actually here this questions can be asked in your exam point of view as a 2 marks by combining 3 questions as a one single 5 mark, or sometimes by addition to your 5 mark question they can add one question as the extra. So that time you have to be ready to know the write the predicate formula of the sentence. Okay. Now in this regard we can get into solve the first problem. Very simple problem. Symbolize the first statement. All men are Jains. Okay, already I have given on shortcut to you. I have explained to you that also. Whenever if you are using that universal quantifier means that time which symbol should come between the statements, which symbol should come?
The one on the left, sir. All.
Okay. That okay. That you are quantifier. You are saying. I'm just asking about whether it is and or implication or by conditional. Which symbol will come? I'm expecting answer could be in the form like. Sorry.
Or
If it is comes for, if it comes for the universal
Implication, sir.
implication. Okay. Whenever if you are applying the universal quantifier, that time implication symbol will come between the two statements. Then only the meaning of the statement will not be varied. Okay. So if you are using all or everyone or maybe universal quantifier, other technical terms mean that time you are should be used that implication symbol. So what happens for existential quantifier symbol?
And
And very good. Okay, fine. So by keeping this idea, we can enter into solve this problem quickly. Symbolize the statement all men are Jains. So here, first I can just simply consider like first predicate functions like yeah, m of x. So that is x is a man. Okay, x is a man. So I have taken this predicate function as m of x. So likewise, Jains. So that is Jains g I can take. So x is a g. Okay. So now, if I convert this as a statement means, so usually it will come like for every x, x is a man. Sorry, if x is a man, then x is a Jain. Am I right? Do you agree this line?
Yes, sir.
So now, can you
yes,
try
sir.
to answer quickly in mathematical expression wise?
For all x,
Very good.
m of x implies g of x.
Very good. Super. So this is the answer. Okay. Always you need to write this form. If it is needed, you should mention that line also. Like if suppose if you are not this point means better you can write the statement first and then you can proceed to write the answer. For every x, if x is a man, then x is a giant. Then you can proceed to write the predicate formula. Sometimes they can ask the question like this: symbolize the statement, or write the predicate formula for the statement all men are giants. Okay, you have to be ready in both the cases. Okay, now we'll solve this problem. See, in this problem, they have given the predicate functions. They have given the predicate functions. As well, they are expecting you to write the predicate formula for particular thing. Okay, in which they didn't mention which quantifier should come. That you need to guess. Okay, listen carefully. Here, they didn't provide any quantifier. At the same time, instead of that, they have provided the predicate functions as well. They have given one statement which is related to the predicate formula, but you need to symbolize the given slightly adjusted sentence. So here, if you could read the predicate functions first. See, x is a person means p of x. X is a father of y means f of x comma y. X is a mother of y means m of x comma y. So now we can enter into the problem. See here, they didn't listen carefully. They didn't mention which quantifier they are used. That is hidden. Okay. Now I'll raise a question to you. Before that, first I'll explain the question what they are asked. X is a father of the mother of y. Sorry. X is a father of the mother of y. See, something there, I feel like something there will be the blank. Some variable is missed. X is a father of someone. That someone will be the mother of y. Am I right? Can I take that as variable z? Now, it will be giving the same meaning. X is a father of z. Z is a mother of y. Now, can you try to predict? See here, z is hidden. That will be one particular variable. Okay, now can you try to predict which quantifier they are used here?
And
No.
existential.
Very good, superb. Existential quantifier, because they are hiddenly there exist one particular element, that means here element is nothing but one person is there. That person is z. So there exists z. So you can start the answer like there exists z. Here, since I have used the existential quantifier, certainly I should use between the statements and symbol. Okay, that previous person said the correct answer. Okay, very good. Okay, next, there exists z. So I can start to proceed the thing. So I have taken z, there exists z. First, that z must be a person according to the given predicate functions. So what I should write here?
P of x.
No? P of z. Here I have taken the existence person as z, not x. So I should write here P of z. Okay. Next, unsymbol. I can start to proceed the given criteria, whatever they are given. X is the father of z. Next, what will be the coming?
F of x comma z.
Very
F of x.
and
F of z comma y. M of z comma
M
y.
of
z,
z.
y. That's it. Okay. See here, the problem can be given to you in this format also. They are hiddenly they are provided one quantifier they are used that you need to predict, because you should read the statement properly. X is a father of the mother of y. Something there will be the missing part. So that person can be existence. So that your exist there exist. So you should start with by putting the and symbol between the statements. Okay.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, can you explain why it is M Z comma Y and not Y comma Z?
See here, X is a mother of Y. So that means first person is the mother of the second person. By using that, Z is the mother of Y. So likewise, Z should come first, Y should come second. Can you get the point?
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, I didn't understand why you took existential instead of the normal quantifier. That
See
point
here.
I missed.
Yeah. Anyway, you see here, X is a father of the mother of Y. X is a father of someone. At the same time, the mother of someone. that person, someone will be the mother of y. So there will be the hidden part, that is one person is exist there between the two persons. That person exists. First you need to consider that person is exist. So that means there exists z. Okay, that's why I have used here existential quantifier. Do you get the point?
Yes, sir, got it.
Okay, fine, thank
Sir,
you.
isn't Y the mother of Z?
Sorry? Sorry?
Sir, isn't Y the mother of Z?
No.
Sir, X is the father of the mother of Y. That means Z's.
See, you can just see this predicate function first. See, m of x comma y means x is a mother of y. So likewise, see what they are given. Z is the mother of y. So that means instead of x, z should come first. That's it. Z comma y.
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay, now, yeah, this problem.
Excuse me,
is,
sir.
yes, please, please.
Sir, could you please explain this again, sir?
Which one? Which one? Which one? Which part?
This
particular?
this X is mother and father one.
Yeah, see here, this last part, or you are expecting me to explain the complete one? Or?
No, sir, the last part, sir.
Last part, m of x comma y. See here, they are just simply defining if suppose instead of considering like z, whatever may be the variable, whatever you are using the first one, that will come in your m of that predicate function, m of first variable comma second variable. That means x is a mother of y means x should come first, second variable should come as the second. So likewise here, z is a mother of y. So z should come first, second variable should come as the second, z comma y, m of z comma y. That's it. Can you get the point, or you want to me explain?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Yeah. See, next problem. This is quite important because most of the persons will do the mistakes on this. So already in the previous session, I have explained about domain definition. The little name of domain is actually universe of discourse. Universe of discourse. Okay, let me explain. Let me recall the definition later. First, you can proceed the problem what they are given. Consider the statement: given any positive integer, there is a greater positive integer. See here, for each positive integer, there is a greater positive integer. So totally, what are all the quantifiers they are used? First,
For all.
Sir, sir.
yeah. There are provided two quantifiers. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so first one is universal quantifier. Second one is existential quantifier, that you have guessed. So now symbolize the statement with and without. This is very, very important line. With and without using the set of positive integers as the domain. That means with considering as a domain, without considering the domain. There will be the set of positive integers will be placed into the domain. That means with domain. Without domain means there is no restriction to be there inside the set of positive integers in your set. That means domain set. Okay, now first let me proceed the same way what you have already familiar with it. With domain. Second part of the answer is without domain. Okay, now. Okay, now let me continue as you are familiar with it. See here, simply they will be provided one set, that is domain, in which there will be only set of positive integers alone, no other elements. Okay, that is your with domain. So now if I proceed, I am going to take one integer from that set. That means for all x, for every x given any positive integers. Okay, at the same time there is a greater positive integer. Okay, first I can try to write the notations of that, then I'll proceed to think. Yes, first p of x, that means x is a positive integer, so that's a predicate function. Okay, Likewise, g of y comma x means any guess? G of y comma x means?
There exists
Y
a y.
is
I mean,
greater.
y is greater than x.
Oh, very good. Y is a
Y is greater than X.
greater positive integer then greater positive integer
X.
then x. Okay, that means I hope you can understand when you compare with the previous problem, first element should come as the first one. Y is the greater positive integer then the x, second element. Okay, so now if I proceed the answer, see here I'm going to consider given any positive integer. So in that set there consider only positive integers alone there. So now if I start with for all x, there will be one more element in the same domain, that is there exists y. Okay, given any positive integer, next there is a one more positive integer, so there I should use only existential quantifier. Next I am going to simply close it, there is a greater positive integer, that's it. So g of y comma x, that's it. Have you understood the first part of the problem?
So can you explain the last part, like
Yeah,
how
see
did
here.
it?
Yeah, see, given any positive integer, that means for all x. Next, there is a one more positive integer, then I am going to show which is a greater positive integer when you compare with whatever the elements you have taken from the first one for all x. So there exists y, I am going to consider one more element to show the comparison, that is the greater value when you compare with x, whatever may be the x. So here there exists one more element y, then if I take greater always y will be the greater than the x, that's it.
So
Have you
shouldn't
got
we
it?
take p of x and g of y of x,
And
y
then
comma x?
yeah, see here, that's what I have told. With considering the domain means there in your inside the set there will be only positive integer alone, then why it is needed to define that will be the positive integer. That question will be answered in the second part of the answer. Okay, that's why I have clearly mentioned in your domain there is only positive integers, no other numbers formation will not be there. Anyway, let me explain the second one. Can I proceed into that? Now you automatically will understand what I'm trying to say on it. Can we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, without considering the domain as positive integers, that means in your set there may be the negative integers also there, there may be the rational numbers also there, irrational numbers also there, natural numbers also there, among which there will be the positive integers also there. That number can be in any one of the form, like basic real number also. So so without considering in your domain only the positive integers, there might be other characters of the number formation also will be there. Now if I proceed into the same answer, that time one person has already guessed the answer. So here for all x, first I need to say that number what I have taken, see here, that will be the positive integer first. Okay, that's why I have used this predicate function. So first that number should be a positive integers. If that number is a positive integers means, then I can proceed to define one more integer, that is existence now number, that is there exists y. Now can you just guess what will be the next step? That number also should be in the form what?
Positive Y.
Very good, super.
P of
That
X.
means p of y.
P
Okay,
by
next. So I have started to use there exist. Then what symbol should come here?
And
Very good.
and
Now you can close the answer.
G of y comma x.
That's it. So this is one time actually they are asked I think 3 marks in the 5-mark question. So with that they are given one more problem also. So can you get the answer for your question? One person has raised a doubt. Have you got the answer for your question?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understood, sir.
See here, see that's why they have already have pointed that with and without means that time you have to be very careful to consider the set. So that domain means there will be the only set of positive integers. without considering the only the positive integers, that time that can be any number can be placed there in your domain. So that's a difference between the problem. So this problem is taken from
Can you
assembly.
explain without a domain again?
Yeah, see here, in your without domain, there might be the other natural numbers also will be there, rational numbers also will be there, negative integers also will be there, irrational numbers also will be there. So that time you have to start proceeding the number for all x. First I need to define that number I have taken from the set, that should be a positive number first, that means p of x. If that number is a positive integers means, then I am going to choose another number from the same set, that number that is existence number, that means there exists y. I should start that y also should be a positive number. First I need to define that. So there exists y, then p of y, I started to use there exists, so I should use and symbol only. So and that number comparatively with the x, that will be the greater g of y comma x. Have you understood?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Fine, thank you. Okay, let me come back to the problem after that attendance patch. Please fill the attendance form as soon as possible. Please fill the form as soon as possible. Okay. Okay, let me come back to the slides. So anyway, these are the models. You can try to solve the problem. See here, now we can enter into the important chapter of this model, that is 10-mark questions. So here, see here in your, as I told you already, in your previous model, you have applied the theory of inferences rules like rule P, rule T, and then rule CP, indirect method, and then inconsistent method. Okay, so the same rules will be coming over here also, but by adding to that, we are also going to add some more rules related to that, because we are applied here predicate calculus. So there will be some more rules also will be added with that existence rules, whatever you have heard it in your previous model. Okay, now let me enter into that. See here, okay, totally 4 rules I'm going to add with it. Rule US, rule ES, 4 rules are quite easy, so listen carefully. Rule US, rule ES, rule UG, rule EG. Okay, I'll explain. First, you should come to know the abbreviation of all the things. See here, rule US means universal specification. Okay, ES stands for existential specification. Rule EG means existential generalization. Rule UG means universal generalization. Okay, so here first I'll shortly explain to you what it tries to say. Like see here in your rule US and then rule ES. Okay, it involves with respect to the notation universal quantifier. E that involves with the quantifier existential quantifier. Okay, so now if suppose in your universal quantifier, if you have the form like this, for all x, a of x means there, if I want to remove that for all notation, a of x means, for example, instead of that a of x implies b of x. Okay, that time if I want to remove that quantifier means I'm allowed to remove that quantifier by applying the rule US. But what I should follow, that quantifier variable should be changed as the another variable. That can be any other dummy variable like A of Y, B of Y. Okay, so this is the procedure. So likewise, existential quantifier means same. There exists X, for example, A of X and B of X means, so here if I want to remove that existential notation means I'm allowed to remove by using rule ES, but what is the condition? I should change the variable of the quantifier. Here I should be changed, like there exists X means I am allowed to use any other variable other than X. See here I'm allowed to use even like A of Z and B of Z. Okay, now I'll raise one question to you. Okay, first I'll complete the other two and then I'll raise a question. See here, next rule, rule UG and then rule EG. Okay, see here in your previous two rules, you are applied the rules to remove the quantifier, but here in two rules you are applied the rules to add the quantifiers. For example, suppose if you're having the rules like this, A of X, or B of X, that time if you want to add universal quantifier means you need to apply the rule UG. That time you can add like for all Y, then A of Y or B of Y. See here, I hope you can understand what I have done on this. I should change the respective variable also. Okay, next. So likewise, A of X, B of X. If I want to add there exists means that time I am allowed to apply rule UG. So there exists Y, A of Y or B of Y. Okay, so finally I can conclude these two rules can helpful to remove the quantifier. These two rules to helpful to add the quantifier. I always used to keep on shortcut like rule US. So there the word comes yes. Yes means slicing. Simply I can keep in mind as a shortcut. Slicing means cut, remove. Okay, this G. Okay, G means granting, by that means providing the quantifier, granting the quantifier in your given statement, function, predicate function. So these two rules helpful to remove the quantifiers. These two rules will be helpful to add the quantifier. That's the thing you should come to know it. Okay, simply I can raise one question to you.
Sir, I have a
Yes.
doubt.
Yes,
That
please.
can we use the same symbol? Like, suppose we used Y for universal specifier, and then we want to use an existential specifier. Can we use the same Y in both the places?
Yes. You are allowed to use. But what is a prior rule you should follow when you derive these steps from that? That time this same should not be repeated over there. Okay, but you can
Okay.
use the same what you have applied for the rule US or ES, whatever maybe. That's not a problem. Okay, so just I'm asking you a question. Rule P of X, sorry, P of X implies Q of X. Here, what rule I can apply here to remove the quantifier? There exists X. Okay, what rule I can apply here to remove the
Yes.
ES? Okay, by using rule ES, I can write this like P of Y implies Q of Y. Okay, see here I should use the same notation. If suppose if I am removing X means I'm going to I should not use X on this. At the same time, wherever X is coming, I should certainly change in the position wherever X comes. I should change like Y. Instead of that, if suppose X comma Z means I should write here like Y comma Z. In the place of X, I should change like Y. That's it. Okay. So there are some more restriction there in rule ES and then rule UG. I'll explain that when the problem comes. Now you can keep in your mind only the rules like rule US, ES, rule UG, and then rule EG. That's it. Okay, totally 4 rules I have planned to convey to you in this model. With that, the model is completely got over. You can easily secure 10 marks. There extra, it is not required to memorize, or it is not required to go through other formulas other than this 4 rules. Okay, that's it. Rest of the formulas already you have familiar with your previous model. Okay, so totally you can secure another 10 to 20 marks if you compare in your internal. You can expect from this model itself. So please listen. Okay, now okay, one more thing I forgot to say to you, that is free variable, bound variable, and then scope of the variable. The 3 definitions you should come to know it. See here, first I'll explain with one example. See here, first you need to know bound variable. Bound variable is nothing but which will involve with the predicate function. That variable is called bound variable. Can you just guess what is a bound variable? In the given function, what is the bound variable?
Px, Qx.
No, bound variable means which involves as the quantifier. That is x. So that means bound variable is nothing but, I'll explain the definition again. So which will play the role as the quantifier, at the same time will have one predicate function, will have one respective predicate function. That respective variable is called bound variable. Free variable means, I'll explain in the next one. Okay, first scope of the variable, which bound has the function that is called scope. That is nothing but P of x and Q of x. Okay, so now, so here I can explain one more thing. Same P of x or Q of y, there exists y, P of y. Okay, this time, can you just guess how many quantifiers they are used?
2, sir.
True. Totally, there will be 2 bound variables. One is x, one more bound variable is y, because x and then y. Next, I can go with the scope of the function. What is the scope of the function of x? For the x, what is the scope?
Px.
P of x. That's it. See here,
Or
you have to be more sensitive with respect to the brackets. P of x or Q of y. That is the scope of the variable of x. Now, can you try to say scope of the variable of y?
Of y.
P of y.
P of y. Okay, now. See here, if suppose okay, now what is the bound variable? What is the bound variable? X. Okay, what is the scope?
P of y or and Q of y.
No, that's wrong answer. P of x alone the scope, because
Yes, sir,
see
because
here there is no bracket. So this is your scope. So now that time you should mention this function which has the variable. That variable is called a free variable. Can you get the point what I'm saying?
So basically, we say that it is not bound by anything.
Yes, it is not bound by anything. That's that variable is called. Sorry.
So what is scope?
Scope is nothing but the respective bound variable will have some particular predicate function. That predicate function is called scope.
So in the second question, will that
Yes, very good, superb, superb. That's what I plan to ask. Yeah, you can continue, please. I have guessed what you are going to ask. Yes, please.
is that y used as a free
Yes,
variable?
exactly, exactly. In your first predicate function, y played the free variable. That should be certainly mentioned for your scope of the first function, that is p of x r q of y, in which y played the role as the free variable. So always they will be mentioned certainly, like bound variable for x. Bound variable is x. The respective scope of the function p of x r q of y. The respective free variable for this predicate function, that is y. Likewise, here can I say here any free variable?
No, sir.
No,
Yes.
I should not say. Okay, so that's it. Okay, this is actually for the fall semester 2021, they have asked the one question like find the free bound variable for the following functions. So they are asked the question like this, so you can expect the questions also. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so I have planned to get into the big questions. So let me continue with the paper.
Sir, in the previous one, y is a free variable. Like we have x in bracket this thing.
Yeah. In which, in your scope, there will be one more. If suppose instead of this term, if I have like there exists for all x there exists y, then p of x r q of y means that time it is not required to say y is a free variable. There is no y with the quantifier, so I should consider y is the free variable. Can you get the point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, along in the second question, along with P of y, had the expression been P of y and Q of x,
Sorry,
then will x
please.
also come under free
You can please
variable?
repeat your question. I could not get the.
Sir, in the second question, towards the
Yes.
end, we have written P of y.
Yes.
So in place of P of y, had it been P of y and Q of x, whole in parenthesis, will x also be a free variable in that situation?
No. Actually, that should be connected with one conjunction. Anyway, your guess is correct. So that should be at least by connected by one notation or like and or. Anyway, your point is valid. If suppose between them, you can consider like either conjunction or addition. I have just taken some random example, so that's why I have failed to. That's my mistake only. So there is typos. You should include either and or symbol. So to show the examples only, I have pointed this.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
But your point is valid, exactly right.
Sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, one thing is not understandable. Why is having the scope function py, then why it is free?
No. Actually, with respect to this scope, there is why is the that's why I have answered your already. I have answered this. See here, for this respective scope, there is a bound variable x. At the same time, for the same respective scope, there is a free variable is also. Always you should mention the answer in categories like for this function, for this particular p of x or q of y, in which the bound variable is x, free variable is y. Next, scope is same. Okay, so likewise you need to mention. So likewise next you need to proceed for the p of y. For this p of y, bound variable is y, free variable is no, there is no free variable. Next, scope of the variable is scope of the variable y is p of y. So likewise you need to mention.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that's it. Is there any other doubts? Actually, anyway, today we have focused only 2 marks. So anyway, in the next session, we can enter into the